already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up down with these big frowns. They already thrown by the size of me. I don't really get tough. Put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity, you suck. Gon' make way for a prodigy.
Nobody do it better than me. Not in
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Again, it's Achane. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays. And what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you establish really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. So for 30-some-odd years, we held the Pro Bowl here in Hawaii, but all along what the locals here wanted was a team of their own. And now they've got one, and they could not be happier. And I don't say that lightly because they always seem happy here. But now this could be... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Third down and 13. Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run. Achane. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Purdy. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Signals are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup. It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and then get off the field.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. They'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd and 10. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They go play action here. Purdy. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Defense.
Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to 1st down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a 1st down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Touchdown! Christian Watson, 32 yards. And the Signals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Ravens offense back out there. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Steps away. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit.
And Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely got to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Fielded at the 20. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
They're almost pushing them to the brink. Aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now.
Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Purdy looking to throw. Right side to Watson. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful when you're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And
all the way in for the touchdown. Devon Achane, 62 yards. And the Sentinels are looking good here in the season openers. They're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
And the Raven first down.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Oh, this one, and they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Play action. It's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Holding offense.
And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Running right, here's Achane. Gets by him at the 25. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 124 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. On first down, back to Achane. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw, Purdy. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there that takes away what could have been a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play, but able to dump it to his running back and gain some yardage. I liked everything about it, especially his ability to stay in the pocket and execute.
Here's 3rd and 3. Jackson now. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give, running right, Achane. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
After the interception, here's Jackson to Pierce. They set up the screen. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it's Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Running left, Achane. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One more time with Achane. And again, they stop it behind the line. That is read well for a second straight play defensively. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we are at halftime. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. The third quarter begins with a run by Achane. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 162 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Purdy off the play fake. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. And a huge play that time. 43 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 3-yard line.
Jackson. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And they will take over 1st and 10. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? It's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. Now Purdy. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
There he goes, right side. Shoves him away. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 66 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. But the Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Sacked on the corner blitz by Marlon Humphrey. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Purdy. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Reek Woolen. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. Well, 227 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Achane is in for a touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You have 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side. Advance the ball from the other.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Ravens on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And Jackson throwing once more. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 69 yards. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hams team able to secure the football. That 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the handoff, it's Achane. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Sentinels are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now Jackson on first down. Gets the dump off to Pierce. Down the right sideline. He may go. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Jackson will throw again to the end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And what a big-time play there. 73 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth-quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And they'll give this to Achane. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Devon Achane with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Sentinels have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee And they'll take over at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be. And now here is another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. One last shot for Jackson. Throw out wide is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both.